Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC. It's me. It's me. It's the GOC. Coming to you live to tape 25 feet below the surface of the earth. I am live, but I'm taping this at the same time. You guys get that, right? Fuck it. Welcome to Chaos Corner on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. For today, this date in pro wrestling history for November 17th. I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Thank you guys and gals for being here. I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart as we head into another weekend here on a fabulous Friday. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans, bringing you my 55 years of experience from being a historian, a scout, an agent, a fan, a smark, a mark. That's right, I said it, a mark. I'm proud to say I'm a mark. That's right, we're all marks at one point or another. And of course, my over 3 decades of being a pro wrestling manager that not only did the interviews, the promos, the hype man, putting my men over, but took the fucking bumps as well, too. Remember that. Oh, wait. I apologize for cussing. I'm a little amped up here on a Friday. I got an extravaganza and bonanza weekend coming up, especially tomorrow night, November 18th, live. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling prevents. Well, you know what Bully Ray said to me back in 06, 07. That's right, Bully Ray. Give the Guardian of Chaos Big Daddy 5 spots. He'll fuck up 4 of them. That's besides the point. Saturday night, tomorrow night, live. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling presents Mania in Paradise, El Ref's Final Count. I'll get onto that later on in the program and cover an unbelievable card. I'm going to jump off all the other social media platforms. Meet me back here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. And yes, I'm having my coffee. All right, fans, I'm a little carried away here early on a Friday morning. It's going to be a great weekend. As you can see, I got the coffee, the espresso. I'm bing. I'm all banged up here on Chaos Corner. And that's why the little extra motivation and passion here on November 17th for this date in pro wrestling history. As I said, we'll get on to covering the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling card coming up tomorrow night, where I will be live doing the color commentary and play-by-play. It's going to be unbelievable. Don't you dare miss that one. Stand by. Enjoy the sounds of nature here at Chaos Corner. Not like I need any more coffee. All right, fans, thanks for bearing with my insanity on the beginning. I just wanted to wake everybody up here on Chaos Corner. Follow me on all social media platforms. Obviously, here on the YouTube channel, Guardian of Chaos. Over 2,500 videos. Coming up on 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and we'll be going live. Follow me on X, a.k.a. Twitter, in real time, at Big Daddy GOC. And the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. On Instagram, it's the Guardian of Chaos. On Facebook, I have 2 accounts. That's right, there's 2. J Brony, for all you jabronis. That's right, J Brony, just like it sounds. And Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian, in honor of my heritage. Follow me on Gitter, Gab, Truth Social, and soon taking over live on Rumble, if I can figure that out. So, fans, let's get on to brass tacks. I don't have a lot of news and information here today for this date in pro wrestling history. Let's jump into the time machine. November 17th, 1986. Lance Von Erich and the Dingo Warrior Somebody turn on the water faucet? I feel like I have to go to the bathroom. Alexa, lower the volume. Alexa's really a pain in my fucking ass. You know that, right? I apologize for the cussing. Back into the time machine before we were so rudely interrupted by the sounds of nature. November 17th, 1986. Lance Von Erich and the Dingo Warrior, a.k.a. the Ultimate Warrior, defeat Matt Bourne and Master G. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call him Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world. All the foxy ladies and pretty girls are going down in history as the baddest brother there ever could be.
This is your second chance, Ranch. Get the band back together and sing with your brothers.
What's going on here today at Chaos Corner? Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorms for my fans.
Getting tropical top 20 station.
Why does she
from
have to
iHeartRadio.
talk back to me? No me jodas maricón, muévete culo, pendejo. No offense, man. That's kayfabe. What the fuck's going on here today? Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorm sounds for my fans. I apologize. This is what happens when you're live to tape, no editing, raw dog, as I always say, for you and me as a stress reliever, a much needed distraction. No super chats, no paywalls, no Patreon, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, whatever the fuck it is that you use. You could tell this is going to be an insane broadcast, right? I really don't like this Alexa chick. You know that, right? Son of a bitch. Can we get through this? We were talking about, for the third time now, let's go into the time machine, November 17th, 1986. Take 3. Lance Von Erich and the Dingo Warrior, who went on to become the Ultimate Warrior, defeat Maniac Matt Bourne and Master G, that's where I got sidetracked, who was subbing for Buzz Sawyer, to win the World Class Championship Wrestling Tag Team titles in Fort Worth, Texas. Now that we got that out of the way, back into the time machine, November 17th, 1996. The World Wrestling Federation Survivor Series in New York City at Madison Square Garden with over 18,000 fans. Quite a significant Survivor Series there in 1996 on this date in history. Rocky Maivia, a.k.a. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, makes his pay-per-view debut, and in his match was the sole survivor. How about people are talking about The Rock running for president? What do you got, your head up your ass, everybody? Aloha and mahalo for all my Polynesian friends. The Rock's not running for president. I wouldn't fucking vote for him. But in 96, November 17th, he did make his pay-per-view debut and was the sole survivor. Also on that card, Sid Vicious defeats Shawn Michaels for the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title. Now, Michaels' mentor, Jose Lothario, was ringside. Sid obviously was the heel in this match, and Shawn Michaels was the face. But hold on to that thought. Sid would hit Lothario and Michaels with the TV camera at ringside. He would roll Michaels back into the ring, hit the power bomb for the pin as the referee recovered from the ref bump. Interesting to note that Michaels was a face but was booed out of the arena, and Sid, who was the heel, was wildly cheered. How about that? And that very same finish with the TV cameras was used the night before at ECW's November to Remember. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. How about that for useless facts of tidbits of information here from Chaos Corner? On that same card, The Undertaker defeats Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mick Foley, all rolled into one. And if you remember correctly, and I know that you do, these are the useless facts you get here of history, The Undertaker's entrance, he descended from the ceiling, the arena top of Madison Square Garden, with wings attached to him. How about that as The Undertaker? And interesting news and notes. Also on that same card, Stone Cold Steve Austin also makes his Survivor Series debut in an unbelievable bout considered one of the best in Survivor Series history. as Bret Hart pins Stone Cold Steve Austin. What a night that was. Go back and check it out on the Peacock, on the network. The 1996 WWF Survivor Series from Madison Square Garden. It really was an impressive pay-per-view for the day. Back into the time machine. November 17th, 1998. Gilbert. No. Not Goldberg. Dwayne Gill, playing his Gilbert character, defeats Christian Cage for the WWF Light Heavyweight title in Columbus, Ohio. You know, Gilbert went on to hold that belt for over 400 days. Let that marinate. November 17th, 2000. Personal friends of mine back in the day, the hit squad of Moff and Mac, that's right, Danny Moff and Steve Mack, Monster Mac, defeat Don Montoya and 187 Homicide, who was also under my tutelage at one time, for the Jersey All-Pro Wrestling Tag Team titles in Bayonne, New Jersey. Now that would be the second of 5 reigns for the hit squad of Moff and Mac. 2 bad, legit, badass MFers. You notice how I didn't swear and cuss on that one? I'm learning. Back into the time machine. November 17th, 2002. Survivor Series once again from New York City at Madison Square Garden in a big show where 4 or 5 titles changed hands that night. The Big Show, Paul Wright, who just got slammed on Wednesday night onto a car from Powerhouse Hobbs in that insane bout they had on Dynamite. I hope the Big Show is okay. But back here on November 17th, 2002, the Big Show defeats Brock Lesnar when Heyman turned on Lesnar. This would be the first pinfall loss for Brock Lesnar against the Big Show. Now, how about that? Also on that same card, the Heartburn Kid, a.k.a. Shawn Michaels, wins the Elimination Chamber match over Triple H, Kane, Chris Jericho, and RVD for the Raw World title. As you can see, they've already split up the brands and the World Championships at that point, which is total bullshit to me. Now they have 3 World Championships in current 2023. Take your head out of your ass, WWE, Vince McMahon, Triple H, Endeavor, Nick Khan, whoever. On that same card, Billy Kidman defeats Jamie Noble for the WWE Cruiserweight title. The lovely Victoria defeats the gorgeous Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's title. Also, Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeat Edge and Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit in a 3-way for the WWE World Tag Team titles. Fast forward into the time machine, November 17th, 2005. Speaking of the late, great Eddie Guerrero, the WWE Tribute Show was broadcast on SmackDown in honor of the late, great Eddie Guerrero. And as you remember, this took place in Minnesota. Eddie died in Minnesota at age 38. Rest in peace, Eddie. Lie, cheat, and steal. November 17th, 2006. Rowdy Roddy Piper is hospitalized due to intestinal problems. Piper was diagnosed with cancer, but was able to defeat the disease at that point in his life. Now, fuck cancer is what I say. The late, great Rowdy Roddy Piper. 2006, diagnosed with cancer. Back into the time machine here at Chaos Corner. November 17th, 2008, TNA signs Brutus Magnus. For those of you in the know, you know who Brutus Magnus is. Back into the time machine here at Chaos Corner. November 17th, 2010. Mick Foley's first comic book effort, RPM, is released by 12 Gauge Comics for all you comic book fans out there. It was a comic book based on a direct descendant of Paul Revere. The British are coming! The British are coming! AKA Revere Windsor. I told you I had a lot of useless facts of tidbits of pro wrestling history here today, didn't I? There wasn't a lot to go on. November 17th, 2014. Luke Harper defeats Dolph Ziggler to become the new Intercontinental Champion for the WWF on Monday Night Raw from Roanoke, Virginia. Rest in peace, the late, great Luke Harper. Let's continue here in the time machine. We're going to go forward to go back and back to go forward. November 17th, 1935. The late, great Johnny Weaver was born. Now, if you don't know anything about Johnny Weaver, I'll clue you in. Not only was he a superb wrestler who held several titles in the Carolinas, he also, when he retired, went on to be a deputy sheriff in North Carolina. Now, Johnny Weaver would pass in 2008 at the age of 72 from natural causes, a true legend in this business. Into the time machine we go once again. November 17th, 1997. Rick Rude, smooth operator. He's a smooth operator. I'm no Sade, but Rick Rude was a smooth operator. On that night in 1997, November 17th, Rick Rude appears on Monday Night Raw and WCW Nitro during the unbelievable Monday Night Wars in the same night. Think about it. Rick Rude. He appeared on Nitro as the newest member of the NWO. Too sweet. And an hour later, on a Raw pre-taped show, Rude appeared as a member of DX. The two biggest factions at the time in the same night, pre-taped or not, for Raw. Here's the caveat. Also, later on in that week, Rude made his final ECW TV appearance, completing the hat trick. He shoots, he scores! Now remember, Rude had no contract with the WWE at the time. The WWF, if you will. So how about that? No one else has ever done that in the history of pro wrestling. Live on Nitro, as a part of the NWA, an hour later on Raw, pre-taped or not, as a member of DX, and then later that week on ECW TV. The triple play, the hat trick, if you will, by ravishing Rick Rude, the late, great Rick Rude. On this date in history, November 17th, 1997. November 17th, let's stay in 1997 since it's been coming up over the last several days on this date in history for the Montreal screw job. November 17th, 1997, as I said, I'm repeating myself. On Monday Night Raw, Vince is interviewed by good old JR, Jim Ross, and uses the famous line, anyone? Vince's famous line about the Montreal screw job and Bret Hart? Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? Bret screwed Bret. Now let me quote Vince McMahon. Some would say I screwed Bret Hart. Now this is Vince McMahon talking. Bret Hart definitely would tell you that I screwed him. I look at it from a different standpoint. The ref didn't screw Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels certainly didn't screw Bret Hart. Nor did Vince McMahon screw Bret Hart. Notice the pause. I truly believe that Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart, and he could look in the mirror and know that. Quote, Vincent Kennedy McMahon on November 17th, 1997. How about that? November 17th, today, on this date in pro wrestling history, I'd like to give a big greetings and salutations and a happy birthday to one of my old friends, all the way back to the House of Pain Pro Wrestling Dojo, here in the Constitution State, in the shadows of Titan Towers. A woman's grappler, a female grappler that's going on to be one of the best veterans and one of the toughest bitches in pro wrestling history. And no offense to my old buddy, currently in Ring of Honor. You've seen her in AEW, you've seen her in the WWE, and that would be one Mercedes Martinez, turns 43 today. Happy birthday, Mercedes. I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm very proud of what you've accomplished. And this goes out to you, Mercedes Martinez. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mercedes Martinez. Happy birthday to you. Still kicking ass and taking names. Mercedes Martinez turns 43 today. Fans, that's all I have for this date, today, November 17th, in pro wrestling history. I did a lot of research. I couldn't come up with a lot of different things. As you know, we have the big event going on tomorrow night, November 18th, for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. So at a little over 20 minutes in, come on back to the channel. I'm going to briefly run down tomorrow night's Mania in Paradise, El Ref's final count. Thank you guys for being here from the bottom of my heart. Big shout out to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If he's for us, nobody could be against us. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for anyone in this insane world of 2023. Stay close to your family and friends. Much love and respect to you all. And I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Come on back. We're going to delve into PAPW. Don't you dare miss it.